Ready? One, two, three, go. Hi, I'm Joel. Welcome to D&J Services. What's your name?
My name's Denora.
Alright, Denora. Part of D&J Services, what we do here is our goal is to be able to get you the services you need. You know, whether it's outsourced to, maybe another, a psychiatrist or counselor, maybe a group, like a group, like an NA group, ANA group, whatever it may be that you need. So right now, I want to give you my card because this is going to have my information, the company the information, so they're going to have their phone number, email. My personal phone number is on the back, and also my email. So if you have at any moment you need anything I can do for you, or maybe you have a question, or maybe you want to come in for like your appointment a little bit earlier, maybe a day or two earlier, just go ahead and shoot me a text or call or email, whichever is easier for you. So I can definitely try to get you that earlier appointment. So right here I'm going to give you a couple forms as well. This one is going to be the confidentiality form. What that's going to be is that's going to be the form that's going to pretty much tell you and myself that whatever we talk about here is going to stay here. There's nothing, unless you sign the release form that I will show you after, unless you want to be released to any, doctor, any counselor, anyone in your family, none of this information is going to get sourced out to anybody else. So go ahead and sign at the bottom for me. Here's a pen. Okay, and this one right here, this is going to be the rights and responsibilities. So this statement states it's going to be to tell you what your rights are as a client here with D&J Services. Pretty much whatever you have, so you have the right to your own, to all the paperwork that we fill out, all the paperwork that I have on my computer. It's you have the right to ask for it at any time. You have the right to, all these different things. Any questions on these, feel free to ask. Also tells you what you have to do as being a client here. So obviously, if you have problems with any of these requirements, feel free to come talk to me. Because again, this is for you, and I want to help you. And if and something you have trouble meeting one of these requirements, I could definitely try to help you and try to get something, another route for you to be able to stay a client here. Because at the end of the day, we want to help you, succeed and do your with your goals. So here goes in the bottom for that one as well. Okay. So why don't we start off with a little bit about what brings you in today? Were you referred in? Did you maybe just find it on the internet?
So I kind of just found it on the internet. So I've been having issues with some medication that I was prescribed.
Okay.
So about a year ago, I was in a car accident. I did get injured very badly, so I was prescribed some very powerful pain pills. So slowly, I felt like the pills weren't working, so I would just add, and it's become a problem. I now need to be taking those pills daily in order for myself to feel, I guess, how do you say, like, to go on with the day, or to not feel that pain that might not be there, but I feel it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I've come in because, I feel like that's a problem that I need to stop, but I just can't. I can't do it on my own. So I came here to get your help.
Wow, well, I'm glad you made it through that car accident because, wrecks are just like the absolutely worst, especially when you're not on fault and you don't expect it. So growing up, did you ever have any other medical issues, like with, any pain, any, reasons why you're in the hospital that you may need any extra, pain, medications for?
No, not when I was younger. Just like I had mentioned, a year ago I was in the hospital because of the car accident, and they did prescribe me that pain medication, and I tried following the instructions, but my pain was just too much, so I decided just to up the dose myself. And then because I did that, I've become now addicted to it, and I just need it. I can't go out a day without having it, because I'll just feel like I'm having a terrible day, or I'm just getting constant reminders of that accident. And I know it was a year ago, but it still lurks around.
Right. No, I understand. Just so we have it on the record. What exactly pain medicine were you given?
So I was given, I believe it's called codeine.
Oh, okay. So it was Tylenol codeine. Okay, that's
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, it's pretty high. In its effects. So before we continue any longer, real quick, when you were, right now when you're alone with anyone, with family.
I'm currently alone right now, so I think that's what makes it worse. I don't have like that support system to help me get through like my problems or just that anxiousness, I guess, that I feel if I don't take the medication.
Right.
So yeah, I don't have any support. It's just myself.
Okay, and are you working or in between jobs? Do you have like a little short job? You looking for another one? Like, how's that going out for you?
So I'm kind of like in between jobs. It's kind of hard for me to work because I always have that medication in my system. So either way, I can't really focus properly. All my life I've just had like office jobs,
Right.
but that's just like sitting down and like typing. So it's not much. There's not much to do, so I'm just like always moving around and trying to find something to do, and well, that's not good
Yeah.
for the work environment.
Right, it's
And I know
kinda-
other people have noticed, and it's an issue. So
Yeah, it's kind of hard to work under those conditions. That you kind of that drug kind of does affect like your motor movements, your motor functions. I understand it's kind of hard to work. Is there anything else like besides like that pain you feel when you're on the drug? Like, is there anything like do you end up feeling like depressed, like any anxiety like panic attacks, any other sorts?
So yes, I do feel anxiety, and that's why I take that pill. I feel like if I don't take the pill, I'm always really anxious. I'm always worried or thinking about other stuff, and like I said, once I take it, I feel relaxed and calm. And I don't know, maybe it's because of that accident that has me paranoid or anxious all the time, that I just can't relax without it. Like I just need it to feel myself, I guess, or just not anxious. Anything not to feel that way.
Okay. So when was the last time you were actually like that you took the medication?
The last time I took the medication,
Yeah.
well, I took it today before coming here.
So before coming here, so do you kind of feel the effects a little bit right now at the moment?
Yeah, I do get a little like.
A little jittery, maybe a little bit. Okay. So so I've ever had that feeling maybe that drug isn't enough anymore. Have you tried? Are you looking for something else that's stronger maybe, or you just feel like you're just sticking to codeine, or maybe try mix it with alcohol, or maybe marijuana, or anything of the sorts?
Well, I mean, a couple of times I've had drinking alcohol with it, but it's not a great feeling, so I try not to do it. Just stick to that medication that helps me feel how I'm used to feeling, I guess. So I don't add to it. It's just that one thing. And like I said, I don't wanna rely on that to keep me sane or.
Right. And when you go, we're talking about like your work and you're between jobs a little bit. Are you going to school maybe? You ever thought about maybe taking online classes?
No, I never thought about that. I've stopped at my high school. I got my high school diploma. Never thought about
Going
back to school, and especially like since that happened, the whole car accident. Maybe back then I did think about it, but then when all that happened, I just kind of gave up and didn't.
Okay. So right now, how do you feel about like group sessions, or about like maybe talking about what you're going through with other people that maybe in the same boat?
Kind of nervous, but at the same time, maybe that can help. I feel like maybe if I hear other people's stories or how they got through it, it'll be able to help me, like in a way, in a sense, like get through whatever I need to get through. I mean, like I said, I know it's been a while, but maybe there's other people that have going through the same thing
Yeah, because what I was thinking is maybe what if we, this next week, we gave you, the opportunity to go out and, maybe attend 3 NA meetings. So
Mhm.
maybe you can try to, get that little, that I'm not alone, that I can probably get, some advice from someone else has been in your shoes maybe, or maybe to something similar.
or.
Maybe in a week, maybe you can go to like 3 meetings for this first time just to try it out. Maybe find 3 different, locations. I can help you with that as well. We can find 3 different locations together, so that way you can go and try to see how that feels, see if it works, see how we find a certain person or certain
Mhm.
individuals that that actually help you kind of like find that next step and how to overcome this obstacle in your life. Would that be okay with you?
Yeah, that sounds good. I think that might be able to help me a little bit.
Okay. So I think going to that one, so what I think that would work is during that week, try to, stay clean for that week, so you can go to those meetings kind of, set in stone that, I am gonna get through this, and you kind of want to go to those meetings a little bit, with a clear mind. So it could probably work if you're okay with that one as well, like.
I don't know. What if it's like kind of hard for me? Cause I have tried to just like
Mhm.
stop completely, but I get like chills and nausea, and I just don't feel good. So I rather not feel like that, and I just take it. So I don't know. What should I do, or what do you recommend? Should I just slowly like
I think,
decrease the?
yeah, and I know being, on, any type of medication, any type of, drugs, it's kind of hard to like just stop. It's never good to, when you, especially you've been on it for a year now, it's never good to just, stop, because, sometimes those effects will be that much stronger, off those that withdrawal feeling, the insomnia, the nausea, maybe it's vomiting. Everyone's different, but maybe you've grown, that strong bond with that medication. That might not be a completely good idea. Um, Obviously, I would recommend, so that way if you stop and can't go live without it, maybe that dose you take, maybe just try it just a little bit, just cut back a little bit, so that way you can try to see how it feels, so that way you can be as open-minded in those meetings. Okay. Another thing we can do is maybe before you come back to me next time, after each meeting, you can even go and maybe get a journal and write about your thoughts about it. So that way, whenever we meet, we can talk about how it went and what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, and maybe you'd like to continue or maybe find another location. Would you be okay with that as well? Like maybe I have journals here in my office. I can lend you. I can give you, so that way you can, kind of write about that, like those feelings.
Yeah, I think that could work out to see if it's working, or I don't know.
Awesome. Okay.
Mhm.
Another thing I know has been hard for you, is work, and everyone wants to work, and I can tell you want to work as well. Would you be interested in maybe trying to find a job, coming up, so that way you can still have that stability, financially?
Mhm. Yeah, I have been interested in trying to find like that job, because I mean I do need to pay my bills and everything, and I've been kind of like slacking a little, because like I said, I've been in between jobs. So. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So definitely, I think good time limit. Maybe I can give you a month, so we can find a job together. I'll help you. Definitely, like on the way. If you have any questions with where to look, we definitely look together, or I could definitely send you look up with resources to be able to find who's hiring, who's not, or who's what you have the qualifications for. So I think give you a good month to find the job. Maybe in this next week, what I think you should do is get a resume going. Have you ever done a resume? Had it prepared?
Yeah, I have one, but it's not so up to date.
Today? Okay, so we could definitely meet this time next week, and then that way you can maybe give me you can get a resume done by next week, and we can look at it together and see what's maybe needs to be updated, what needs to be fixed on it, and what's good to go. Would you be able to get one done in a week?
Yeah, I think I can do
Awesome. And what I can also do is I can also give you some information on where you can look to where you can see how to do it in the proper format to get your resume done.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Also, after that, I think I would give you get the application process. What if how long do you think you should get? Maybe you should get some applications done. Like how long do you think it'll take you? Like a couple of weeks. You want to do 3?
I guess like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay. So we could do 3 weeks to get me at least at least a minimum of 3 applications. If you want to get more, you get more in. You want to do 4 or 5 applications, that's perfectly fine. The more that's more options it gives you to find to get get interviews and get a job going. So 3 weeks to get 5. So like those 5 applications. Is that good? Is that too much?
I can try. Yeah.
That's 3.
Maybe the 3.
The 3? Okay, that's perfect because it is just a start. And those applications, I would like for you to once you apply, kind of take a picture of the screen so you can show me where you applied.
Okay.
Maybe we can kind of talk about how it would work in that session. It comes to like the interview process and how I can help you maybe prepare for the interview, so we can go in prepared and not like thrown off by any of the questions that they ask you or any competition, because some of them are group interviews and it's applying for jobs. It's that's the hard part, the interviews. So that way. Okay, awesome. So next thing, do you have any questions on like what we've talked about today? Any any curiosities, maybe worries?
No, I mean like I said, I think maybe the only worry is trying to come back from taking that medication to go to those meetings like sober. But I'll definitely give it a try and I guess just go on my own pace.
Okay. Yeah, and then I think the good start would be those those NA meetings. Excuse me. I think once you go to those, maybe you find some support system there that maybe someone that'll give you maybe advice on how to wean off of it, or maybe how to stop it, and what else you can do to keep your mind off of maybe taking the drug or taking that, or even just think about taking it.
Okay.
So right here, like I said in the beginning, I was gonna show you some forms. So these right here are actually the release forms. If you ever want to fill one out, I'm gonna have them in my office. If you ever want, if you're gonna go out to maybe like a counselor, another therapist, you can definitely come to me. If you want me to release any of your information to that certain person, I can definitely get that information to them for you. I see. So we will meet this time. So 12 o'clock next week. So next Tuesday. Is that good for you?
That's good.
Okay. And again, if you ever want to meet at another time, let me know. Just give me a call, or call the office, and they'll call me, or you can call me directly.
Okay.
So we can try to get something else going. I'm usually free, during the week. I have a couple. I usually have like 3, 4, depending on the day. But if we can try to find a time that works for me and you. If you're not even in the office, maybe I could do a quick home visit. If you want to meet there, maybe we can just try to find a time, good time to come to the office.
Okay.
That would be good for you. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you for coming in today. Again,
Mm-hmm.
feel free to call me, text me anytime. It's no problem. Hopefully this time next week, we get you those resumes. We can get that fixed.
Okay, sounds
Awesome.
good. Thank you.
You're welcome.